Mute, stop video, security, participants, chat, share screen. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Pause. Do you have the recording button or no?
I have.
You have it, and the reactions.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the share screen. Okay, so don't click your share screen yet, because I'm gonna show you some things first. Okay. Okay. So do you see my screen? Not yet. Just wait. Tell me when you see my desktop. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we're in this thing, we're going to show you everything I can. You can see everything I have on my screen. All right. Let's say I want to go to cross-core chart for Educationcom. You see now you've got the 3 people on your thing. You've got me and you and Kathy. So if you had a question, what would you do? If you were a student, you had a question, what would you do? You would raise your hand, right? I have a question, miss. Right?
Yes, you raise your hand.
Yes, so that that means you're interacting with each other. That's why this is really nice for the classroom. Right, this is taking forever. What I want to show you is, so you see the education.com? Okay. If you go under the Marissa Green Premium T-shirt, because everybody should have it on their website, because you're using myeducation.com, right? Okay. You can, have you been in here at all to see the different things here? They have sub-plans, assessments, progress tracker, assignments, classroom mode, kid mode. It talks about everything here. So if you wanted to add students, it brings you to this page, if it works. Okay, you can see all of the students that are in the program. Cynthia, you can't use your headphones? There's a lot of back echo. No, your headphones won't work? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, great. All right, so you see here on the screen, it says Rodana, Farid. These are all of the students that are now taking the education.com. If you wanted to add a student, you just simply go under add student. You write in their name, okay? If you want to put more than one student, you would write their names by commas, okay? They also have the Google Classroom, which Kathy was working on yesterday, right? Okay, so there's that. Let's go back up to this one here. You have progress tracker. The nice thing about progress tracker, you can see everything that they're doing. If this is going to load. You know, when you're doing your report cards and it says, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you don't know exactly what you should answer, this helps you with the English portion, because if the students are really doing the program, or if you're taking time out of your literacy block to take them downstairs to the computer lab and let them work on it, it's not allowing me to go in here. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm screen sharing. But if you go into this progress tracker, you can actually see your kids' grades and scores. And what it will also do is it will allow you to see each student separately. So are they approaching standard? Are they at standard? And this is why I would like it to work, but I don't know if it's going to work with here or not today. Okay, so that's one thing. If this says no again, I will just say, you can see here we have worksheets, games, lesson plans, activities, workbooks, exercises, songs, and stories. Workbooks, I love this one because if like this is where I got most of your workbooks for math this last semester. You can see they have independent studies for kindergarten. Okay, this would be week 1, it's by weeks, which is really nice because that means that if you are doing online education and your kids are in Education.com, you can assign it to them to work on it. It doesn't have to be something that is really difficult. So this is your second resource. So let's look at KG1 or KG independent study. Okay, so this workbook. Under my premium account, you can download any workbook for free. Otherwise, if you didn't have an account, it would be $5 each. All right, so let's look at download it and see what you get with the KG workbook. And then remember, this is KG according to American Standard. What they should know by the end of grade 1. Some of this seems really hard because our KG students are not at that level yet. So it has answer keys, right? Materials that you will need, pencils, it tells you about the materials that you're gonna need to teach it, directions and tips, an activity menu, okay? And then the parents would print this out and sign it, saying that they are going to do these things with you and the class, okay? It's like a log. Did they read all about Jane Goodall Reader? Did they do reading number 2? Did they do My Story Reflection? The Rebus story? Did they trace and write Women in Sports by Chloe Kim? Then they mark it off and sign it saying that they did everything that is on your list for your activities. Okay, so day 1, reading. Use the 2 copies of this reader to read side by side all about Jane Goodall. So this is day 1. So it's day by day, easy, where you don't have to do any lesson planning. It's already done for you. Okay, all about Jane Goodall. And so either parents can print this out, or they can write right on there. So if you go to tablet, I don't know if I can do this here. You see here, I want to annotate. You see up here? Do you see that screen up here or no? If you go to your screen sharing menu, okay, up here, there says annotate, okay, which means that you can draw. And it drops this menu down. I don't know if you can see that on yours. But it drops down a menu that says draw. So if the child has their marker, they can actually draw right on the screen. M-A-R-I-S-S-A. You see? And so therefore, it wouldn't be necessarily something that they have to do on paper because you can see it's on my screen, right? If I wanted to change the drawing and I want it to be like a single drawing, then it would be M-A-R-I-S-S-A. Okay, really bad handwriting up and down like this, okay? But normally that's the way kids are gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
They're not gonna know how to write. So this will show you, can they write their name? Do they know their letters? Do they know how to spell their name? Do they need help with penmanship? And so this will give you a good, like, you could even do this the first week if we go to online and just as a pre-assessment, how much do they already know? Okay, so you go back to your mouse, all right? And you can, okay, so if you want to erase it, you erase it just like this, and it erases it. This is all in your screen for Zoom. So you would go up to screen sharing, and then there's something that says annotate. And annotate will allow you to make changes on the sheet itself. Okay? So we had to take You do the share screen with the kids, okay? And then you can teach it. Jane is a scientist. She is a famous researcher. So you can read this with them. Then what is this word? This is, let's trace it together. Okay, so we're gonna go up here and we're gonna draw, or annotate, and we're gonna write I-S. Okay, great job. Can I see another one? I-S. Now you might not see what's on the kids', but at least you can kind of do it with them, and so they see that this is what you want them to do. All right, they would probably send you their works. They would on their screen send it, do a screenshot or something like this, and it would be done. Right, so this is something that you can do with them. It's doubled because they want the parents to print it out, so the parents can work alongside their children. That's why there's 2 copies, 1 copy for the child, 1 copy for mom and dad. Okay, so we talk about England and Kenya, and it's like all these different things. All right, then we have our writing your story. So then you're teaching them about manuscript. You're teaching them about how to write their letters. Again, this is kindergarten 2. This would not be KG1. And maybe this is kindergarten 2, second semester for our kids. Okay, you could start with this for grade 1.
Yes, this is
okay.
Grade 1.
So, but that would be something that would be easy for them, but at least you can see how much do they know. It's a great pre-assessment. All right, so then there's lots of different things here. So you can see there's paper dolls, and there's day 2. So maybe it wouldn't take you, then you can do this the first week to kind of get them used to schooling and used to doing online things and this type of thing. And mom and dad have a copy of this too. So what you do is you put it in your notebook. Okay, so here, if you wanted to assign it, I'm going to go out of here. You can says here what it says: add to a collection, download workbook. Okay, now it's downloaded to my thing. Okay, I think on this one you can't do that, but on some of them, if you look at workbooks or even worksheets, let me see. If you look at worksheets, printable worksheets, and you want them to do, say, vowels, like the alphabet, dot to dot. Okay, so click on that. It'll take you to a screen, unless this has changed. I don't know. You can actually assign it digitally. See that? So if you assign it digitally, you say create new assignment. You say the name of assignment, and you write ABC dog house or ABC dog. Okay, so ABC dot to dot dog. Continue. Who are you going to send it to? Okay. All right. Let's say we'll send it to someone that's like myself or something. Okay, so we'll send it to Kathy. Kathy and Cynthia. So Cynthia and Kathy. All right. Publish the assignment. Yes. Save and finish. Okay. So now you have go to my assignments, and you have student access to start the assignment. Okay, so it goes into Brainzy, which is the games to play, right? All right, you choose your player. Let's see, Kathy. It's taking a while. Why is it like this? Okay. You see, Kathy, that there is the progress. Did you do it? The due date's 21 of July. Let's play the game. Right. So then what does this say? Okay, yeah, it's loading. So it's a game. It's like see now Kathy go ahead and do the dot to dot, right? So she's gonna hit that thing, and she's gonna go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Whoops, I messed up. Okay, oops, I don't like that, so I'm going to erase and start again. Okay. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X. Whoops, Y, Z. Okay, so a child might bring you this, and you go, wait a second, this is not right. It also allows you to color it in. We're going to make the doghouse red. Wow, this is so much fun. Whoops, we missed this. Okay, we missed a little bit. We need to make sure we stay in the lines. Okay, when Kathy's done, press OK. You finish. Lesson is complete. Okay, next. You finish, keep going. Okay, so no, we're gonna say no. We're gonna go back to assignments. Progress, 3 stars. You know that Kathy did the worksheets. It's done. Okay, so this is a great resource for you. You have this Kathy's thing. You might maybe want them to practice typing. So after Kathy finishes your assignment and you're doing this in class, okay, if you did it in class, all right, if they had iPads or whatever in the future, okay, and you want Kathy to work on her math, her reading and writing, or her typing, now she can go in and she can do an activity and wait for the others to finish. Right? So there's lots of different activities for her to work on here. She can go to paint. Maybe she wants to paint. Maybe she's bored and she loves colors. She wants to paint. All right? And paint is just like the program. So she gets to put stickers and scenes in there. Different things. And she can save it to her computer. Okay? So these are so many things that you guys can do with them. And it's very simple. Okay? Now we're going to sign out. Okay. All right. Let me go back to Educationcom. So this talks about your accounts, right? So let me see if I can, oh, I logged into myself. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is that, no, it's here. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is a great tool for you guys to play with. Go in there and look at it. They've got songs. Now all our students are here. This is what I wanted to show you. So let's say you want to check Aisha's math skills. Okay. Okay. Entering kindergarten math assessment, assessment kindergarten number sense. Have your child answer a series of questions. So you can send her to take it. Okay. If you want to learn more about Aisha or Amar, it's the same thing. It's just Amar. Okay. There's also this, I wanted to do this progress tracker. So when you're in here in the Zoom and you're talking to your students, you can see, are they really working on what they're supposed to be working, or is it something that they're messing around? You can see, you can tell by their thing. Okay, so now this tells you by student. This is the class proficiency. 3 out of 29 are actually working how books work. You've got 1 and 3 and 28. See, so this is the number, I think this is the total number of students, and this is the ones that have actually done it. All right? So you've got this. If you see, like now, if you want to go into a certain child thing, you can go to class score chart. Okay, so here you can see that these children have started This is Peta. You can, no, this is Aisha. Aisha has done all these 100s, as you can see. She's well involved in this thing, 91. Okay, so 91, she fiction comprehension questions, she's got 91%. All right, here's your skill progress. She's high proficient. These are little or no proficiency, approaching proficiency, proficient, and high proficiency. Okay, she got 7 of the 11 questions right, and she spent 7 minutes on the project. Things for her to do that would be even more fun to assign her so that she can be perfect in it would be these things. Sequencing the 3 little pigs, Goldilocks reading comprehension. So it gives you even worksheets. You can assign her worksheets, print it for her, or even assign it directly on the system. So each child has one of these. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys go in there and look at that. All right. But now I want to go back to live.com. I think this is no, this is it's not what I want. Let me see. Yeah, I can do this. Okay. So I'm gonna get into my thing. Remember I told you guys in the beginning of the school year or the summer that we're going to try to use this for all our school stuff on Microsoft accounts? I need you to become familiar with them because it's quite important. Because this will help you to send assignments also. So here, okay, so we go back. I'm gonna go back to this thing. We have class notes. You see I have Zoom from here. I put Zoom right onto my apps because if I want to do something within the system, I can actually call the kids really quickly because all their emails will be in here. Okay. All right. So class notebook. All right. So if you were to create a class notebook, that's one thing. I've got them all created for you already. So you don't need to actually do that again. You can add or remove students, add or remove teachers, or manage your notebooks. So remember I told you I made every teacher, every class as a habitat. Now we can go and we can fix it and delete it and change it, but we don't want parents to come and say, oh, I want my child in grade 1A or grade 1B, or grade 1A is better because it's an A. We don't want to have that segregation. So instead, just make it more fun, more engaging. And so these are just things that I came up with. Obviously, it doesn't have to stay that way. We can meet together and decide which you'd rather do. But Mr. Fareed did say, he was saying it in Arabic, he wasn't saying it in English. I didn't hear him say it in English. He needs the classrooms to look like we're ready to start school. So he said, so if you're ready, you need to make sure that your classrooms are ready. You need to be printing and starting and everything else that you need to get done. Okay. All right. So if we stick with this, then grade 1 will be Desert Discoverers or Sahara Superheroes. Grade 2 would be Prairie Pioneers or Tundra Treasurers. Ocean Optimists, KG1 or Sea Seekers. Forest Friends or Jungle Jugglers. Okay. So that means your classrooms, your like name tags and your months of the year, very much like the 21 classroom. Similarly, there's a theme for you already written out, so therefore you can pick what you want to do to make your room look like as you need. I think you already picked the jungle, right, Cynthia? Jungle? You did jungle, right? It's very hard to make. I have to do it exactly and buy something. You can't make a tiger, like a tiger from a piece of paper and color it. It's not difficult. You can do it. Okay. Yes. All right, so let's go into Jekyll's Wranglers. Okay, so you have class notes, handouts, homework, quizzes. If you need to add a section, maybe you don't want this, maybe you want something else. Okay, save. Do you want just a teacher? You know what is enable teacher only section group? Is the collaboration space locked or unlocked? Collaboration space permissions, parent and guardian links. Okay, let's start. We're gonna open the notebook because they'll have an assignment. Have either of you been in this before yet, or no?
We actually created some notebooks.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay.
And we even put lessons.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, you see where it says getting started with class notebooks? Okay. All right. And there's how many modules? Do you know? It's a course. Okay. Okay. Love it. That's fine. That's great. We're not going to meet anymore. You know, maybe you can't see my screen anymore. Wait, just a second. Let me get back here a second. Just a second. I'm gonna stop share. I'll come back to you. Just wait. I'm going to make sure that you go in and you do your training, and you send me the reflection and the quiz you will send in there. It'll give you points, and then it's like 500 points. So however you score, the whole course, the 1 hour course is 500 points. Okay, that's what it says in there. It says 500 points. All right. So then maybe I will be able to press the biggest points first.
What did you get? 500
Yeah. So maybe whoever gets the best point system, and will give them a great.
Will we also get the certificate?
Yes, and I will print out little certificates like the kids here, for sure. Easy, you will get 1 hour. You completed 1 hour of on Microsoft.com. Okay?
You didn't do anything. You didn't do anything.
We're just listening to the
You listen
videos
to
and reading the
everything,
notes.
and we'll help you practice.
And then the reflection.
The reflection you sent to me,
What you did, what experience.
yeah, the experience that you experienced in your reflection. What did you learn? Because that is going to be important for you when you take the quiz. Because once you start the quiz, you won't be able to go back and look at your notes. You wrote down. So if you've already got down what you wrote with your reflection already, then when you go to take the quiz, you have your notes to look off of. Otherwise, if you don't write it down and you go to that quiz, you're like, oh, what was that? Can't remember it.
Yeah.
You know, shoot, you know, like this, and you will be stuck. You know. Okay. All right, so we're going to conclude today, and we'll do another one when you guys finish. Let's do it next week, same time. All right, today will be a different day, though, because it's, yeah, so it'll be the day that I'm working. Okay? Or we can do it from home, too. We can do it the same day and do it from home, which is easier.
From here so that we can be. It's different from
You do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
it's very different. At least when we are looking at you and as you're explaining.
Okay, so then now look at that psychology that you're telling me right now. Okay? Imagine if you never saw your teacher's face. Okay? So when you're doing YouTube, don't think of it as people are seeing you, you feel uncomfortable on camera. Think of it as that you're providing a service for the children. Think of it, this is your job as a teacher, right? So don't think of it as, oh, everybody's looking at me. Like, I was exercising on camera. What crazy person does that? I'm not like in a most god of malicious shape, okay? But I did it because I know it helps the learners. It helps the people that are watching, maybe they'll sit there, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. But at the same time, it's not about me. It's about what are you learning and what do you need and what kinds of support do you need and this type of thing. So think about that when you're doing your lessons, that you're not trying to show yourself as gorgeous model with great hair and ooh, I got this curl out of here. You know, even I'll do this on camera. You've seen me do it many times. I just flop my hair around because I feel like, you know, this is my mirror, you know. But people are not gonna go, oh my God, why is she doing that? You know, they'll say, oh, she's human. This is normal. So you have to stop thinking that it's all about you. You stop being like a teenager and thinking everybody's looking at you. Right? Okay? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Understand what you have to do?
Do
Sounds
the
good.
practice and then do the reflection and repeat. And do the reflection. Go.
Good. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to end. And I am posting this